The first question is, what is a linear equation? Any equation in which the power of the variable is 1 is called a linear equation. Examples of linear equation: say 2x minus 7 is equal to 3x plus half. This is a linear equation. Why is this a linear equation? Because we see that the power of the variable here is 1. Power of the variable here is 1, right? Let us say x square is equal to 0. Is this a linear equation? This is not a linear equation. Why? Because you see that the power of x here is 2. Is this a linear equation? Yes, it is a linear equation because the power of x here is 1. Is this a linear equation? This is not a linear equation because if you cross multiply, already know cross multiplication from your class 7, you'll get x into x is equal to 5 into 4. So that you get x square is equal to 20. So see that the power of x here becomes 2. So this is not a linear equation. This equation here is not a linear equation. Although you see that the power of x here is 1, but after multiplication, after cross multiplication, that is after removing the fractions, this is a fraction, this is a fraction. See, on cross multiplication, I'm remove the fraction. So after removing the fractions, I see that the power of x changes from 1 to 2. Therefore, this is not a linear equation. Okay. So these are some of the examples of linear equation. So we'll see in the course of time while we are doing what actually a linear equation is. Okay. So let us start with the rules of a linear equation. What are the rules? I'm sure you have done all the rules earlier. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
let us just revise them. First rule is that you can add or subtract any number to either side of the linear equation. So if you have an equation, say 7x minus 8 is equal to, or rather this rule is that any number can be transposed from one side to the other if you change the sign. So suppose I want to bring 5x to this side, and if I want to bring 8 to that side, that means the signs are going to change. So you have 7x I'm keeping as it is, because 5x I'm shifting from this side to this side. From plus 5x, this will become minus 5x is equal to, and because minus 8 I'm shifting to that side, the other side, which is called the right hand side. Okay, this becomes 2 plus 8 or 8 plus 2. Okay, so from minus 8, the sign changes to plus 8. Fine. So this is the first rule, that this is called the left hand side and this is called the right hand side of the equation. Any number that you transpose from one side, from the left hand to the right hand side, or the right hand side to the left hand side, the sign must change. You must change the sign. Okay, this is the first rule. Next rule is that you can multiply both sides, multiply or divide both sides of the equation by the same number. Okay, that is, suppose if I have an equation like this, 9x by 4 minus 4 is equal to x by 2 plus 10. Now see, I want to remove this fraction here, both these fractions here. So what I do is I take the LCM of the two. What is the LCM of 2 and 4? It is 4, right? So what I do is, and now I can multiply both sides, multiplying both sides of the equation by 4. That is the LCM of 2 and 4. So we'll get 4 into 9x by 4 minus 4 is equal to 4 into x by 2 plus 10. Brackets I have given because I am multiplying 4 throughout. That means in the and for equations you give an implication sign in this manner. You don't give an equal sign because equal sign is already here. Okay. So now you multiply. This will become 4 into 9x by 4 minus 4 into 4 is equal to 4 into x by 2 plus 4 into 10. So that now see all the denominators have been removed. This 4 will cancel here. You get 9x minus 16 is equal to 2x plus 40. So now you see these were fractions here. Now you see that I have removed the fractions from both the sides, right? By multiplying by 4. So that is, you can multiply and even you can divide both sides also by the same number. For example, let us say I have 4x is equal to 8, an equation. Okay. Your example here, 4x minus 8 is equal to 4x is equal to 8. Now, how will I get the value of x? What I do is I divide both sides by 4. Okay. Now, whether the number is positive or negative, still you can divide. Okay. You can divide by a negative number also. You can divide by a positive number also. So you get x is equal to 2. Okay. So you can divide the equation on both sides by the same multiply or divide the equation on both sides by the same negative or positive number. Next is you can add or subtract the same number to both sides or from both sides. Now, what do you mean by to and from? See, let us take this equation. X by 2 plus 4 is equal to 6, right? See, I want to remove this 4. So what I'll do is I'll subtract 4 from the left hand side, right? So this was your left hand side. So I'm subtracting 4 from the left hand side is equal to, and because you are doing this on this side, you also need to subtract 4 from 6. So what do you get? You get x by 2 is equal to 2, right? So that is, you can subtract any number from both sides. Also, you can add any number to both sides. For example, if I have an equation like this, 3x by 4 minus 4 is equal to 6. I want to remove this minus 4. So what I do is I add 4 to both sides. Right? So I get 3x by 4 is equal to 10. Right? So this is another rule. Whatever number that you are adding or subtracting, you must do it on both sides. Okay, next, what are the steps for solving a linear equation? Let us take this example that I have taken. 3x by 5 minus x by 3 is equal to x by 6 plus 1.5. First, you convert this mixed fraction to an improper fraction. 1.5 means 3 by 2, right? So all of you agree, you know how to convert mixed fractions to improper fractions. Now, the next step here will be to remove the fraction. See how many fractions I have. I have this fraction, this fraction, this fraction, this fraction I have, right? So what I'll do is I'll remove the fractions on the left hand side and on the right hand side. I would like to remove the fractions. Okay. How will I remove the fractions? First, I will take the LCM. LCM of 5 and 3 is 15, right? Now see what I do here. See, LCM of 5 and 3 I have taken as 15. And now what I'll do is this 15 and I'll see this 5. So what I'll do is I'll divide 15 by 5. Okay, this I'll do in rough or in my mind. 15 by 5 will give you 3. This 3 I will multiply with 3x. So I get 3 into 3x. This is the way we take the LCM. If you don't know, then learn this. This technique you will be applying over and over again. Minus, and again you see this 15 here and you see this 3 here. So what you do is you divide this 15 by 3. to get a 5. This 5 we need to multiply with this x. So I give a minus sign. I give 5 into x. Okay, is equal to, same thing you do here. You have 2 and 6. LCM is 6. Right? Now what you see a 6 here and you see a 6 here. So when you divide 6 by 6, you get 1. This 1 you multiply with this x here. So 1 into x. Plus, now you see a 2 here and you see a 6 here. So this 6 you divide by 2 to get a 3. This 3 you multiply with this 3. So 3 into 3. Is the LCM part clear, or anyone has any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Now we simplify. Okay, this is still we are doing step 1, remember. Okay, now what you do is you multiply and simplify. 3 into 3x will give you 9x minus 5x divided by 15 is equal to 1 into x is x plus 3 into 3 is 9 divided by 6. Next step is, again you simplify this a little. 9x minus 5x, they are like terms, so you simplify. 4x divided by 15 is equal to x plus 9 divided by 6. Now whenever you see in an equation, you see an algebraic expression in which contains 2 or more terms. See, x plus 9 contains 2 or more terms. You insert brackets always, right? There's a reason why you insert brackets. The reason why you insert brackets is because when you are cross multiplying 6 into 4x is equal to 15 into x plus 9. That is why we insert the bracket, because we want to multiply 15 by this x and 15 by this 9 also. We are multiplying 15 throughout. Now, most of you, what you make the mistake here is that the mistake that you make here is you write 4x, 6 into 4x. Okay. And in the next step, what you do here is you multiply 15 only by x and you don't give a bracket. So what happens? You end up multiplying 15 only by this x and you don't multiply 15 by this 9. Understand? So that is why always give a bracket. Okay. So do not make this mistake. So what happens? 6 into 4x will give you a 24x. And now we need to multiply 15 throughout. So 15x plus 15 into 9 is 135. This completes our step 1. Right from the beginning, from where we started, this is our step 1. We have removed all the fractions. Okay. So from this equation, we have come to this equation. Now there are no fractions on both sides, right? So this is step 1. Okay. Now the step 2 here will be to take the variables on one side. Either you take on the left hand side or you take on the right hand side, right? Normally we take the variables on the left hand side. So what I want to do here is I want to shift 15 to this side. So by the rules, what do you know? You know that you need to change the sign of this 15x. So from plus 15x, it will become minus 15x. And this 135 we are keeping on the right hand side as it is. Okay. Now you simplify. 24 minus 15 is 24 minus 15 is 9. 9x is equal to 135. So once you have isolated or separated the variables and the numbers, right? So if you see, I have taken all the variables on this side and I have kept this number on this side. So this becomes your step 2. Step 2 is isolating the variables on one side. In this case, left hand side. Isolating the variables on the left hand side. And the final step is to make the coefficient of x 1. How do you make the coefficient of x1? By dividing both sides by 9. So you have 9x is equal to 35. Because I want to make this 9 into a 1, I divide both sides by 9. Right? So in the next step, now I can write x is equal to 135 divided by 9. This will be 15. So this is your third step. Okay, that is making coefficient of the variable as 1. We converted this 9x to simply an x by dividing both sides by 9. So these are the three steps in which we'll solve all the equations. I am sure you have done all this back in your class 7. So we'll see some more problems, and we will learn a few more tricks and tricks uh, how to identify which method to use, which linear equations. Let us start with 1, 2. Let us start with a very simple problem here. Okay, so the question here is 3x minus 7 is equal to 3 into 5 minus x. Now see, no fractions are there, so you can skip step 1, right? That means we now come to step 2. What is step 2? That is to bring all the variables on one side. Now, in order to bring all the variables on one side, you first multiply 3 by 5 minus x. So how do you multiply? First multiply 3 by 5 to get 15. And then a plus 3 and a minus will give you a minus sign, 15 minus 3x, right? Now you have a minus 3x, you bring minus 3x to this side. 3x plus 3x, and this plus 7 you bring to the other side, 15 plus 7. That means you have 6x is equal to 22. This completes your step 2. So this entire thing that we have done here till this is step 2, right? And finally, the third step will be to make the coefficient of x as 1. So how do you make it 1? 6x by 6 is equal to 22 by 6. Normally we don't write this step. I'm sure you have done it directly. Okay, but this is the way you are actually doing. You divide both sides by 6 to get x is equal to 22 by 6. And now we cancel the common factors, 11, and this cancels with 3. So your solution is x is equal to 11 by 3, and this completes your step 3.
So we will show that divide by 6.
No, you don't have
6
to.
by
You
6.
don't have to. This is just for beginning. I am starting this. That is why I am just showing you this. Okay,
Okay, sir.
for your understanding. Let us do the next one. 2, 2. I am sure you can do on your own. Just check if you if you have any problem with these. Okay. 3, 1 also I am skipping here. Okay. And yes, 3, 2 I am skipping here. Let us move on to this one, 4, 2. The equation is x plus 7. Always a good habit, even if the brackets are not given in the question, put it within brackets. X plus 7 by 3 is equal to 1 plus 3x minus 2 divided by 5, right? Now, first step is to remove the fractions. So I write the left hand side as it is, x plus 7 divided by 3 is equal to, take the LCM here, 5. So here you have a 1. So this 5 divided by 1 will give you 5. This 5 that you are getting, you multiply with this. That is the way you take the LCM. I will not explain this later. This is only for the beginning. So 5 into 1 plus. Now here you have a 5 and here you have a 5. So this 5 you divide by this 5. You get 5 by 5 is equal to 1. So this one, you multiply this one throughout by 3x minus 2. So 1 and brackets 3x minus 2. Okay, we'll not open the brackets unless absolutely necessary later on to open. Okay. Next, simplify. 5 plus 1 into 3x minus 2 will give you 3x minus 2 divided by 5. Now simplify the left hand side and the right hand side. Is equal to 3x, and 5 minus 2 will give you a 3 plus 3 divided by 5. Okay, now it's ready. Now we can put the brackets here. Now we can cross multiply. So 5 into x plus 7 is equal to 3 into 3x plus 3. So this, all this, now we have removed the fraction. All this is your step 1 because we have removed the fractions. We now move on to step 2. What is step 2? That is to bring the variables on one side, on the left hand side. So first we multiply. 3 into 3x is 9x plus 3 into 3 is 9. Now 5x is here. We want to move 9x to this side, right? Now for a change, what you can do is, just for a change, instead of moving to the left hand side, let us move 5x to this side, and let us move this 9 to this side. So what will happen? If I'm 9, I am moving to this side. From plus 9, it will become minus 9, and plus 35 will remain there as it is. And this 9x I'm keeping on this side only, so 9x does not change sign. And because I'm moving or transposing this 5x to this side, from plus 5x it will become minus 5x. So now what will happen? 35 minus 9 will give you a 26, and 9x minus 5x is 4x. Now what you can do is, now you can say 4x is equal to 26. 26 is equal to 4x, or 4x is equal to 26. It's the same thing. Now this becomes a little convenient. Now what we do, we divide both sides by 4 to get x is equal to 26 divided by 4. Get 13 by 2. That is your answer. Any question?
No, sir.
Moving to the next problem. Five two. Given equation is p by 3 plus p by 4 is equal to 55 minus p plus 40 divided by 5. Again, step 1 is to remove all the fractions. You take the LCM. 3 and 4 LCM is 12. This 12 you divide by this 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So this 4 you multiply with this p to get 4p. In the numerator you are getting. You write the plus sign as it is, and now you divide 12 by 4. The 12 divided by 4 to get 3. This 3 you multiply with this p. To get 3p is equal to, now again you take the LCM here. 5 is the LCM. Here you have a 1 clearly. So 5 divided by 1 will give you a 5. So this will become 5 into 55. Minus, again 5 divided by 5 is 1. This will be 1 into p plus 40. See, I am maintaining the brackets. Now we simplify both sides. After simplification, we'll cross multiply and the fraction will be removed. So 4p plus 3p is 7p divided by 12. 55 into 5 is 275 minus p plus 40. 1 into p plus 40 is p plus 40 only divided by 5. Now we write this as it is, 7p by 12. On the right hand side, we open the brackets. Minus p minus 40. We are opening the bracket to simplify the numerator. Okay, divided by 5. So 7p by 12 is equal to 275 minus 40 is 235 minus p. You reintroduce the brackets once you have simplified. Divided by 5. Now you cross multiply. 5 into 7p, these two, and is equal to, now you multiply these two also, 12 into 235 minus p. That means 5 into 7p will give you a 35p. 12 into 235. Let's write this step. 12 into 235 minus 12 into p, which is 35p is equal to 12 into 235 is 2820 minus 12p. Right? Now we have removed all the fractions. right? This completes step 1. Step 2 is to bring the variables on the left hand side or the right hand side. Let us bring 12 to this side. 35p plus 12p is equal to 2820. So this becomes 47p is equal to 2820. Okay, we have brought the variables on one side. So this completes your step 2. What is step 3? To make the coefficient of p as 1. So we divide both sides by 47. 2820 divided by 47. Right? And now you cancel the common ones. 47 will cancel with 282 6 times, and you have a 0. So this is 60. The answer is p is equal to 60. Right? And how do you check whether you have done this correctly or not? If you're getting p is equal to 60, see, you put this p is equal to 60 on the left hand side. Okay, so what is the left hand side of the equation? Left hand side of the equation is p by 3 plus p by 4. P by 3 plus p by 4. You put 60 here. P is equal to 60 that you have got. You want, because you want to check your answer. 60 by 3 plus 60 by 4. How much are you getting? Cancel this. You get 20. And here you get 15. So once you put p is equal to 60, left hand side you are getting as 35. Now you check the right hand side, whether you're getting 35 on the right hand side or not. So let's see what is the right hand side of this equation. The right hand side of this equation is this 55 minus p plus 40 by 5. 55 minus p plus 40 by 5. Put p is equal to 60. So 55 minus 60 plus 40 divided by 5. So you get here 55 minus, and 100 plus 60 is 160 divided by 5. So you get a 55 minus, you cancel this with 5, 30, you get 30, or you get 32. You should get this. Have I copied the question correctly? 55 minus p plus 40. Okay, p, this is wrong. I have written this as p plus 100. This should be 60 plus 40. So instead of 160, this should be 100. So 55 minus 100 divided by 5. So you get 55 minus 20, which is 35. So now I see on putting p is equal to 60 on the left hand side, you're getting 35, and on the right hand side, you're getting 35. So they are equal, and therefore x is equal to 60 is the correct answer, or p is equal to 60 is the correct answer. Okay, you don't need to show all this in the examination. You only need to do till this. You can do this for your satisfaction in the rough. Understood? Moving on to just last problem for the day. We'll continue this tomorrow. Six two. The question here is 3t minus 2 divided by 3 plus 2t plus 3 divided by 2 is equal to t plus 7 by 6. Remove the fraction first, take the LCM and put brackets. So you have 3 and 2 LCM is 6. You divide 6 by 3 to get 2. So multiply this 2 by 3t minus 2. Plus 6 you divide by 2 to get 3. This 3 you multiply by 2t plus 3 is equal to, here also you take the LCM, 6. And here 1 divided by 6 will give you 6. And 6 into t will get plus 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 into 7 is 7. So now what will happen is that once you have the same denominator in an equation, you can cancel the denominators also. Otherwise, you can work with the denominator. Let's work with the denominator for the time being. So what you have is 2 into 3t is 60. minus 4 plus 3 into 2t is 60 plus 9 divided by 6 is equal to 60 plus 7 divided by 6. Now numerator here 60 plus 60 will give you a 12t and 9 minus 4 give you a 5 divided by 6 is equal to 60 plus 7 divided by 6. Put it within brackets. Now in order to remove this 6, you can multiply both sides by 6. So 6 into 12t plus 5 divided by 6 is equal to 6 into 60 plus 7 divided by 6. So that in the next step, you'll simply get 12t plus 5 is equal to 60 plus 7, right? So you have removed all the fractions. Step 1 is complete. Step 2 is take all the variables on one side. So 60, let us bring on the other side. 12t minus 60 and 5 you take it to the other side. So you get 7 minus 5. So 12 minus 6 is simply 6 is equal to 7 minus 5 is 2. That means t is, you divide both sides by 6 to get 2 by 6, which is the same as 1 by 3. And that is your answer. Now you want to check your answer, whether you have got the correct answer or not. Put it on the left hand side, put it on the right hand side and check. Okay. Fine. So I'll stop here.